Hi friends, it's Vanessa again. All right, so I just did 3-minute makeup and now I'm going to add to that. So I'm going to do some eye makeup, some easy eye makeup for you guys, and maybe I'll kind of oomph up just the light foundation that I did. All right, so I'm going to start with, I like to get the fluffy end of my brush and I'm just going to do a color wash all over my eyes. I had a little bit of my contour and blush on there for my 3-minute makeup, but I just took my little sponge and I kind of wiped that off. So we're just starting with bare eyelid, okay? So I'm just going to take a real light creamy color. Doesn't have any shimmer to it. This one works great. Your Vanilla Dust setting powder also works great for this. So if you just want to put something on to get a color wash, I guess it's, let me explain this better. I like to put something on, it doesn't really change the color of your eyelid, but because it's a powder and we're putting powder eyeshadow on there, it actually gets everything to blend a little bit easier. So I just like to put something like that on first. And then let's start with, you know, one of my favorite colors is this one here, and it's called Bend and Snap. And it's got a little bit of a purple, I don't know, it's kind of a mauve-y color, but I feel like it goes with just about everything. Has a little shimmer to it, so I don't want to get it too close on the edge or up by my brow. So I like to just kind of put it right there in the center. It just gives a little bit of color. And then I'm going to take, let me see, do I need a little bit more over here? I'm going to take, no, I'm going to use this side again, and I'm going to grab a darker color. I think since I'm staying with the purpley, let's grab this one. It is called Kin, okay? And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and I'm going to put it right here. And as you guys know, I've said this before, I have kind of heavy eyelids. So look, if I just put it right in where my crease is, where we're all kind of taut, like if I just put it in my crease, when I open my eye, it pretty much disappears. So a little trick is keep your eye open and put it just above. Don't worry about making it perfect yet, okay? Just kind of get it in that area so that when your eye is open, you can actually see it. So same thing over here. I'm just going to get it over here. And I kind of draw an imaginary line from the corner of my eyebrow to the corner of my eye to the corner of my nose, like that, so that I don't go out of that line. Because if I start bringing it down here, it really starts dragging your eye down. And guess what? Like, my eyes are already dragging down naturally. So we don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If you guys are going for a different look, have at it. Okay, so I've got that kind of in the place. It's not blended perfect or anything. I just want you guys to see where I'm putting it. Then I like to take my fluffy end again and blend it. And this is called the windshield wiper. So it's really easy. I just kind of go back and forth. And I'm not going quite all the way to my inside corner. I'm just kind of going right here. So that's it in slow motion. Slow windshield wiper, but once you get used to it, you can go faster. So there, see, it's blended. It's got a soft edge. So we'll do the same thing over here. So in slow motion, I'm just kind of, and I'm not pressing very hard either, but I'm definitely not going all the way to the inside corner. So I'll just go back and forth to get that blended. And I feel like I have a tiny little dark spot there, so let me just make sure. There. So I've got my color wash on, then I put that kind of slight shimmer Bend and Snap, and then I put the darker purple right there. Pretty much, you could be done. You could be done right now. But because I'm extra, and we're going to do extra, I'm going to take my multitasker brush, and I like this flatter end for this, but I'm going to take a darker brown. This one's probably my favorite, Trust. I do this for my eyebrows, I do it for my eyeshadow, I do it for everything. So, eyeliner. So I'm going to fill in my brows a little bit. And I'm doing a pretty light hand here. If you like your brows bolder, you're welcome to grab a more defined brush. We have one called Know Your Angles. It's got a spoolie brush on one side for your brows, and the other side is a really nice, tight, slanted, stiff brush. It works amazing for eyeliner too, but it's beautiful for your brows. So I'm just going to kind of fill those in a little bit. Don't forget to do your brows. It really is the picture frame for your eye. It's the expression for your face. So it just can kind of make everything look more finished. Again, I kind of stick with that same theory of corner of brow, corner of nose, corner of eye. If your eyebrows are really thin on the ends, that's a good guide to use to where you should kind of draw them to. If you start getting them down too far, you're going to close your eye in and you're going to make it look like it's droopy. So let's try not to do that. I'm going to take the same color and I'm going to just put it at the top of my lid, really close to my, or top of my lash line, really close to my lashes. And I'm going to use this as eyeliner today. And then I kind of like to take that corner and make a little wing. I like wings. If you know me, I'm all about the Q-tips. So I just kind of lay it on its side and I go like that. And I can make a nice clean line with it. So this is a little bit more of a smoky eyeliner. It's not a super defined line. So we'll get that on my top and get it right as close to your lashes as you can. You don't want to see a gap between any eyeliner and your lashes. That looks really weird. So get that in there really good. And then I'll take my Q-tip again and just make sure I haven't went too far off the edge. You could take a little bit more and put it in the bottom corner. I like to not go more than halfway. Again, sticking with that whole theme about not closing in your eye. So halfway is enough. It's a great way to define your eyes without just being harsh, okay? I'm going to go back, excuse me, to my eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take the little end. I'm going to dip in that same color, okay? Trust me, I'm using the same color, and I'm going to put it a little bit heavier in my crease this time, not quite above it, but in it, just to define a little bit more. And then we're going to flip over and blend again. And the last thing I'm going to do, oh, that one looks better. Let me put a little bit more right here. This is the thing with eyeshadow. I always start with a little bit. You can always add more. Sometimes if you get a little too crazy at the beginning, it's really hard to take some away. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? The last thing that we want to do is I want to put a little bit of a highlighter color, so a lighter color to kind of make my eyes pop. And you'll notice I'll put it on this side first. I am going to take, let's see. Ooh, I know what I'm going to use. This is one of the new powder illuminators. It's called Glamazing. It's really beautiful. I'm just going to dab into that. So we're going to put it later right here too, but this works as a beautiful eye brightener. Just a little bit, you guys. A little bit goes a long way, so I'm just doing it right in that corner. And I'm not going crazy. Don't want to go too far. And then I'm going to put a little bit right under my brow right here. Look at that amazing glow it gives. Glamazing. Looks good on every skin tone too. Okay, so I don't know if, can you see the difference? Just like when the light hits it. And oh, sorry, my internet kicked off for a second there. Not sure why, but okay, so I just wanted to show you that nice little glow. So let's stick some in the other corner. A little bit goes a long way on this, so be light-handed. Unless you don't want to. Unless you want to be glamazing. Okay, look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right, so basically my eyeshadow is done. I'll add mascara at the end. So let's see, what else can we do? I'm going out, I think, to my friends, and I want to cover some of my blemishes a little bit better. I'm just gonna add more makeup because I can. Okay, so I already did that 3-minute foundation earlier, and it looks fine. It's totally acceptable. I would totally leave the house and not feel weird, but let's juice it up a little bit. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more contour. It's a great thing about this makeup is it just is so blendable, and you can go from day to night and not have to wipe everything off or worry about it looking cakey. It just really blends beautifully together. So I'll give myself a little bit more contour, and I'll just blend that with my brush. Kind of go in an upward motion. I don't want to drag my cheeks down. Everything's about lifting, right, you guys? So lift your eyes, lift your cheeks. I'm going to define my jawline a little bit more. So I'm going right on that edge. And then I like to drag it down just so it blends, because you're pretty white usually right here. So let's just go right along my jawline to define that. And then pull that down. I like to leave this part. I don't usually put color there because I think it creates an illusion of your neck looking thinner. Who doesn't want a thinner neck? All right, I'm not sure if I'm wearing bangs today or not, so let's give myself a little bit more contour here. Shape my forehead a little bit more. Now you can blend with your perfector sponge, or you can use your brush. The perfector sponge really makes everything easy, but once you get the hang of it, you can really just have a few colors thrown in your purse, in your compact, and a brush, and you can do everything with it. So, all right, I juiced that up a little bit. I am going to spot cover some of my pimples, and I might as well set with powder after that. Okay, so I'm grabbing my multitasker brush. This is the one that I did my eyebrows and eyeliner with. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use that tiny little side, and I'm going to spot cover my pimples. So let's see. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. I'm sitting in front of a window, but sometimes too much light is too much. Oh, that's better. So I want to show you guys how I do this. I usually do this at the end too, when I have all my other foundation on. But look, I've got quite a nice little hormonal breakout going on. This one, oh, it's almost big enough to name. So I kind of dot where they are, and then I take my ring finger and I pat it in. The warmth of my finger just gets it to blend easier, and then I'm not taking it off, the coverage off. So I like to use my finger for that, and like around my eyes and my nose, I like to pat things in. So yeah, my skin broke out pretty nicely this week. Thanks, hormones. Look at, I even got them down here. Crazy. But look, they disappeared, right? Isn't that cool? And even really close up, like it still looks like my skin. I love this stuff. I think that's pretty good. All right, now I'm going to brighten up just a little bit more right here. So I took a lighter highlight color, and it will instantly just kind of brighten everything right there. And I'll take a little bit and put that down the center of my nose. And then I'm going to take another color that's not quite that light and just make sure that I don't have dark circles. All right. I think that's good. Let's add a little bit more cheek color because cheek color is fun. So I was going with kind of a purpley plum, brownish plum tone on my eyes, and I already had a little bit of that plum cheek color on. I just want to try something different, and I always go back to the same thing out of comfort, but all of the colors are really flattering on everybody. So let's just pick something crazy. Let's do, you know what, let's try Frenchie. Let's see how this one looks. It doesn't seem like it would go with the palette that I've chosen, but I bet it will create a nice warmth to my face. And I'm right. I think that looks really pretty. What do you guys think? That's nice, huh? Just like a little glow. Oh, I told you I was going to use a little bit of that Glamazing highlight on the top of my cheekbone. So let's do that. And then mascara, and then I think I'll be done. All right, so they just came out with a new brush that's a little fluffier than this, not as tightly packed as this one. I think it's like about this size but fluffier, and it's going to be perfect for our powder highlights. Powder highlights are also going to be nice. We have a cream highlight, but the powder highlights are going to be nice for anybody that feels a little bit oily and doesn't want to add more creamy stuff to their face, because our cream highlights almost have like a glossy texture. So, and if you want to go all out, you could use the glossy texture one first, and then you can put this on top to really set it in. Powder is always going to set more than cream does. So, all right, I think that's enough. Put a little bit right here. But it's just one of those things where when the light hits, it creates a little bit of a candlelit glow. I don't want to look like I'm a disco ball or anything. So that's that. Let's throw a little mascara on and we'll get going. I'll go finish fixing my hair. All right. What do you guys think? Do you have any questions? If you're watching this on the replay, do me a favor and comment #replay. And also, I have a YouTube page that has all my videos in one place, and that page is Beauty Bone Deep YouTube. I'm pretty sure it says like Beauty Bone Deep /Vault 518, which is my business name. So please subscribe to that. I'm trying to get my numbers up on YouTube because a lot of people don't even realize that I have that page and all the videos are there. It's easier access, sometimes easier than searching through my Facebook page. All right, you guys, feel free to share this video if you want to share it on your page. If you have any constructive criticism, I'm always wanting to hear that. I did a 3-minute makeup video earlier just because some people were like, you know what, I don't want to spend all this time that I just spent now. I really just want to throw something on and go out the door and feel good and look good. So let's bring out your natural beauty. Thanks, guys. Have a beautiful day.